Good afternoon and welcome to the latest issue of Print21, the weekly video news bulletin for the Australia and New Zealand print industries. This issue is sponsored by Ball & Doggett, Australia's largest supplier of printable materials and press room consumables, and it comes to you from outside one of the local TAFEs because in a major win for the industry, print apprenticeships are back on the Australian Apprenticeships priority list. This follows 12 months of intense lobbying by Industry Employers Association PVCA. Reinstatement on the list means print business owners can claim government wage subsidy support for apprentices, as well as having access to various other claims for payments and other supports to assist the apprentices in their studies. There are 9 courses that print apprentices can claim for, which is basically all of them, with reinstatement backdated to 1st of January. The courses are Cert 3s in printing, in print, in manufacturing, in finishing, in print binding and in packaging, with a diploma in print and graphics and business and the Cert 4 in print and graphics. The 2 screen printing courses are also back on the list. Kelly Northwood, CEO at PVCA, said, "It's been a difficult journey at times, with various stakeholders not willing to focus on the criticality of the AAPL, that listing for industry. That said, we were determined to rectify this issue and continue through every option available to us, ultimately leading to success for the members and the industry." Now from good news, unfortunately, to bad news. In a tragic but inevitable move, Opal is now looking at closing down Australia's only printing papers manufacturing operation at its Maryvale mill, with the company unable to source new logs following an adverse court decision in favour of a rare possum. Printed paper manufacturing at the mill that stopped the day before Christmas Eve when it ran out of logs. The company has been producing some 200,000 tonnes of white paper a year, split roughly 50-50 between uncoated wood-free UWF and copier grades. The closure of the paper-making line would see 300 well-paid regional workers get the sack. The mill is the biggest employer in the area, 850 staff. Packaging grades are not affected. At Maryvale, we produce a significant amount of UWF used in Australia's offset printing industry, including forms and envelopes. Major merchants, though Ball & Doggett and Spices, are assuring printers that they're able to source alternate supplies, alternate grades, from their overseas suppliers. The mill also produces the vast majority of copier papers used in Australia, with its dominant Reflex brand and several others. Major supplier Office Brands, for instance, they source 98% of the copier paper from Maryvale. The local copier paper, no doubt, is now seriously challenged, and copier papers are certainly likely to rise by at least 50%, as they're all subject to anti-dumping tariffs. Digital imaging giant EFI has split off its Fiery business into a new separate independent company, and it's also appointed Frank Panisi as its new CEO. He was previously running Aurora's packaging business. The move comes 13 months after EFI formed in 1990 by legendary industry visionary EFI spun out its software arm, which also became a standalone business as eProductivity Software. Connect 2023, the global print and packaging software conference hosted by eProductivity Software just last week, they tackled the issue of women in the industry with a special lunch session examining how to attract more young women into print and people sharing their experiences. The panel discussion was led by eProductivity Software Vice President for Global Marketing, Gary Klepsig. He highlighted the numbers, which aren't encouraging in the technology sector at least, where there are today a lower percentage of women at executive level than there were 2 years ago. Just 11% of leaders are women, compared with 13% back in 2020. Among the contributors was Sonia Schwabsky, CEO of Quick Copy Australia. Online print giant Vista has a new CEO, with founder and current CEO Robert Keane turning his focus to the SME market and former Amazon exec Florian Baumgartner taking the reins. The Australian Sign and Graphic Association's annual general meeting. This year it will be followed by a special general meeting, and that meeting aims to change the association's constitution, and there'll be a number of issues up for consolidation. The in-person and online event is set for 17th February. Go to print21.com.au for full details and for details on all these stories and more. For now, this is Wayne Robinson signing off for another week from the industry's weekly video news bulletin, with thanks to our sponsor Ball & Doggett, outside a local TAFE, where hopefully we'll see a larger influx of print apprentices now they're back on the list.